During the day, I'm an online news personality, but I'm also an expert on the Game of Thrones.
What is the name of the seat of power that the show's noble families struggle to control?
The Iron Throne.
That is correct. In the opening credits, what body of water is the first labeled object on the map?
The Narrow Sea.
That's correct. What is the name of George R.R. Martin's series of fantasy novels on which Game of Thrones is based?
A Song of Ice and Fire.
That's correct. Number 4, what is Lord Peter Baelish's nickname?
Littlefinger.
Correct. When Arya Stark is given her sword by Snow, what name does she choose for it?
Needle.
That's right. In what European city is the Game of Thrones production studio located?
Belfast.
That is correct. Question 7. The gate to Vaz Dothrak is comprised of what?
2 horses touching hooves.
That is exactly right. In what British colony was actress Lena Headey born?
Ireland?
I'm sorry, it's Bermuda. What is the name of Ned Stark's hostage and ward played by Alfie Allen?
Theon Greyjoy.
That is correct. Your final question of round 1, John, in Game of Thrones. What title, the Dothraki equivalent of Queen, is Daenerys Targaryen given?
The Khaleesi.
That is correct. The motto most often heard about the House Lannister is, "A Lannister always pays his debts." But what is the clan's official motto?
Hear me roar.
And that's 4 points for you. Roar away, John. In Season 1, Episode 2, what 3 characters sustain injuries to their arms or hands?
Okay, there's the assassin who tries to kill Bran Stark. There is Joffrey, Baratheon, and there is Jon Snow.
John, I'm sorry, you got one of the 3 right. It turns out it's Catelyn who got it from Bran's would-be assassin that you mentioned. Joffrey was correct, and Daenerys from the reins of the horse she was riding. John, in what episode do Daenerys and her Khalasar travel to Qarth, or Quarth, where they are nearly turned away to perish in the surrounding desert?
The Garden of Bones.
The Garden of Bones is the correct answer. What 4 animals, representing the noble houses of Westeros, are seen at the corners of the Game of Thrones logo?
That's going to be the Stark wolf, the Lannister lion, the Baratheon stag, and the Targaryen dragon.
And that is about as correct as a man can get.
No whammies.
Name either of the 2 women who have written or co-written Game of Thrones episodes.
Why didn't I bet more? No.
Let's hear. You wish you bet more. That means
I didn't even know there were 2, but I know that Vanessa Taylor is one of them.
And Vanessa Taylor must be friends with Jane Espenson, the other. What character, revealed in the novels to be blind, is played by a legally blind actor in the series?
That's Aemon Targaryen.
That's right. What 4 countries outside the United Kingdom have served as filming locations for the series?
Okay. So thankfully, I follow George R. R. Martin's blog, where he mostly talks about New York's Giants games, but he also talks about filming because he went and visited a lot. So I know a lot of the locations. Some of them are actually in the UK, Ireland, and Scotland. But I know that when they were filming the pilot originally for HBO, the scenes shot in King's Landing and the rest of the south of Westeros were filmed in Morocco, but they switched that for the first season for logistics reasons to Malta, and then they switched again for the second season. They switched it over to Croatia because the city of Dubrovnik is walled in the same way that King's Landing is. And that takes care of the south. And all of the scenes that were shot north of the wall was in Iceland.
John, you just did it.